Hi, I'm Ann Legg today having a wonderful conversation with Jeff Johnson, who's Product Manager Data Science at Trellance. Hey, how are you, Jeff?
I'm good.
Good. So let's jump into, I think, a big question that many credit unions have, and that is around predictive analytics. Okay, so anchor on that topic. And what is the business problem that predictive analytics help credit unions solve?
That's a really good question. And it's a little multifaceted. There's a lot of business issues that predictive analytics can solve. Anything from membership churn to retention, recommending cross-selling, things like that. But what all those things have in common is credit unions understanding their member base. So understanding how to retain, attract, grow membership through understanding of your member base. That's the foundation for all of these other issues and resolutions that predictive analytics can solve. It's being able to take those insights, that the insights out or the detailed intelligence, and be able to use that to attract the right member at the right time with the right messaging, on the right channel, so that you can take that slice and dice of data and target specifically for member churn, next best product, personalized campaigns in general. Gotcha. And so that's the foundation that helps all those other problems.
Okay, so let me make sure, because you're right, you said a lot of things.
I did.
Which was fantastic. Let me unpack that. So as a credit union is looking at it, they have a lot of knowledge gaps. Where are my members going? How do I keep my members happy? And if I understand you correctly, predictive analytics will give me those insights to understand that. And then from those insights, I'll be able to take action.
Precisely. It's called customer segmentation, is actually the process. And then there's even, get geekier, you can call it clustering. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do. But essentially what we're looking at is layering of information that eventually creates 10 personas and engagement bands, so that you can use this information to look who's my most engaged, who's my least engaged, how am I going to target them. You can even break that down when I said slice and dice. Gender, millennials, and you can compound those things. And that's how you get to a targeted, personalized campaign.
So if I'm understanding you, it gives me the ability to look at my entire membership and build it down to like 10 people if I'm having them over for dinner.
Exactly.
And then most importantly, I can serve each person at that table exactly what they want and make sure they're sitting next to the people they should be.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
fantastic.
Exactly it. That's a great analogy.
We're at the Trellance conference. So you're leading a really fascinating session around the data we were just talking about. So please, can you explain a little bit about your session and then highlight some of the key takeaways?
Yeah, so in my session, we were talking about predictive analytics, opportunities and trends. So what I talk through is starting first with what is predictive analytics. Okay. We start at a sort of a wide scope, and I walk them through the process of, as you get in and want to understand, how do I dive into predictive analytics? And there is a process. So we walk through the process. We kind of explain timeline, what you're looking at, how you get from data in to insights out. And then to go a step further, I then get a little technical, not too technical, but I do explain some of the mechanics and the data scientists, the roles that people play, only because I want the audience to understand there is a lot that goes in to look at the accuracy of these models. Ultimately, as these guys, as credit unions are looking at our models, they're going to be asking the same question: is how accurate are these models, and how do I know I can depend on that accuracy? So part of that is I just want to give them a taste of the statistics behind it, the modeling techniques, the software that we use, just in like a 5-minute session. It's a lot, but then we get into that so they can get a feeling for, okay, I understand predictive analytics at a higher level, and now I get that there's a lot of science that goes into it. Then the next thing I like to get into is, and this is what it means to the credit union, various departments, marketing, lending, risk, and then I do specific cases with marketing and lending. And I talk through what are the pain points with marketing campaigns, and then how do we address it through predictive. Same thing, we're working through lending. We're looking through fast, reliable process. And then I end it with just explaining, and here are our current offerings in the cloud for predictive. Talk to the 3 models: attrition, persona, and next best product. And then I go through the 8 use cases that we're looking at now in the future. And when I just kind of hit on all 8 of those so that people can get a taste for, once you've got your basic down, now this is where we can go with that data to enrich it, whether it's enriching it with more analysis on your data, first-party data, or if we go to third-party data and start looking at what they have to enhance our.
Okay, Jeff, that is phenomenal. So you gave me a lot. Let me make sure I unpack it. So the first part is understanding the process, right?
Yes.
And then if I understand the process, then I can be confident in what I'm producing.
Exactly.
And when I have confidence in what I'm producing, then I have application.
Exactly.
Okay, can you give me, you mentioned 8. Can you give me 4 of those 8?
Sure. One of them that we're looking at now is called Share of Wallet. And essentially what it is it gives you, it's third-party data. We enrich what we currently have, but what it tells the credit union is, here is your share of the money that's coming out of this household. And that means things like you get to identify a multi-banking member. So, okay, so they're with us, but they're also with another bank or credit union, and you get, what is your share of that pie? Same thing with loans and those type of things. So you get to see your product mix, also how much engagement does your member have. So that share of wallet, that's something we're looking at now. We're doing design, vendor selection and design, and then the next one will be actually implementing the model. We have another one called lifetime member value. That's another one where we take in a significant amount of data, but what we're trying to do is look at past trends of how they spent data, how they've changed over time, and then how do we get you interested in our products and start bringing you more in, and we're focused very on the product mix. Another one is, next best action. We talked a little bit about that throughout the conference, but this is taking those insights from predictive and turning it into action, a campaign, whether you're going to outsource your endpoint and go with a vendor, or if you're going to do it yourself, or if you are going to do a campaign and you need help designed around retention and maybe multiple campaigns, and then how you're going to handle it. At Trellance, not only do we do the insights out, but we have Talent Center, which provides professional services that if you're wanting to dip your toe into this, but you don't exactly know what to do or where to go, professional services can help you. And you don't have to wait for our models. You can get the models, and then they can help you apply next best action.
Wow, you gave us 3 that were fantastic. Let me just make sure I understand them. So share wallet, so I can see what my member has with me and other places, so I have opportunities.
Yes.
Cool. Then there was the value of the lifetime, so I'm understanding not only what maybe my member needs today, but what they may need in the future.
Right.
And then you had the third one.
And the third one was next best action.
Can you explain to me more as an application and a use case?
Sure. With next best action, what we're looking at is getting to actionable insights based on the data. So with predictive analytics, you're going to be getting the results out of the model that will give you actionable insights to take. And it depends on the problem that you're solving, but it could be member retention campaign, or it could be something where you're streamlining your loan process. If a credit union doesn't have the experience in data to take this on, we have talent services that jump in and help you go from taking those insights, understanding the model, going to actionable insights, and then running, let's say, your targeted campaign and getting results back. They even go a step further, and you can do A/B testing, you can do some sort of stuff to check the results and make sure you got what you were looking for. So let me run this by you, because what I found is not just while I'm in my session, but while I'm out there demoing and I'm talking to credit unions, what I'm finding is there are a mixture of people. So there's credit unions that haven't started yet, and they're like, I don't even know where to begin. Do you guys help with that? Then there's the ones that I kind of thought I knew what to do, and I got started, and I don't know if I'm going in the right direction. And what I've been telling them for either of those scenarios is the idea of failing fast. So don't boil the ocean. Take a solution that you're looking for, boil it down to something that we can get through rather quickly in time, And if you fail first, you know that wasn't the right opportunity for you. So then you just go back and you're iterating. And the more you do this, the more you're going to understand your data, the more you're going to be able to capitalize on it.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. This has been fantastic. I really appreciate meeting you and your
No problem.
time.